Hello and welcome to today's video. We are racing with Super International Touring Group A. And as you can tell, it's hard for me to keep control of my car. Like, I am clearly on the brink of the worst driver in sim racing history. It is hard for me to keep car control, and as you can tell, it's just really out of my control. My ego is definitely battered and bruised from this one. The whole reason for me entering into all these races was to try and get better, and it's not working in my favor, as I need to focus on my braking points and just, you know, where to place the car to have the best times. But we'll see how it all unfolds. And as you can tell from the pit lane, we are at the Nordschleife. As we are prepping for the race, I am going to skip the quali session as I'm starting in last place. As we are about to start, you can tell it's all Mercedes in the back of the field. Let's see if we can make that at the front of the field by the end of the race. As we made it through the hectic turn one with all cars side by side, I want you to take note of the car ahead of me, because that's going to be important at the end of the race. It is nerve-wracking to me at this point, because I am trying to not take anyone out, and I hit the curbs by accident, and that offsets my car and throws me onto the grass. And then I get it back into a decent racing line, but then just didn't slow down enough for this corner, which sends me into the barriers, which sucks as the field walks away from me. But I get the car going again, and we're off. As we come out of Great Oaks, we are going to skip to the foxhole, and I couldn't hold it together. Onto the grass I go. But as we're coming out of a dual first, we keep it together, and now we are full 180 and turned it into a 360. It was a clean save, but nothing I can do to save that one. I just ran into the barrier and lost a whole bunch of time. At least 10 seconds gone right there. As the person closest to me is 50 seconds ahead, I try and keep it together, and just barely. And we're on the straightaway section, and I still can't even keep that together as I touched a patch of dirt. But we're moving into the second lap as I mess up again in the same area before Great Oaks. But I kept it together. And as we come into this section here, I go right into the wall because I didn't slow down enough, which is the no, that is the Hugh Falls, I think, that for Caledon Forest, I don't know. But out of the carousel, I tried flooring it halfway through, and it sends me a little off kilter. And as we are here coming, we touch the dirt and sends us into the wall. At the end of lap 2, we go into the pits for fuel. This race has 2 mandatory pit stops. So for some reason, I thought it was a great idea to skip the tires and just put fuel. Bad idea, because what that does, you will see in a second, as the choice for no tires, which I should have went to softs, is beginning to bite me in the ass here as I spin again and then have a little bit of issues getting the car going. But we finally get it straight and on our way. I don't think I turned the wheel enough for that corner, and it sent me wide into the wall. This corner is always deceiving to me as I go a little too wide from the apex and sends me on the grass over the curb on the second corner of that tricky one there.
Oh no, Jesus. Flipped the car.
Car is on its roof now. Jesus. That was a bad accident. Somehow I don't have a cracked windscreen from that, but you know, we know it's a game, so we're not gonna judge that. But as we come to the end of lap 3, I have to go into the pits again, and it was a wild entry as I hit the wall. And now I decide to change my tires, but I didn't go onto the softs for some reason. I stayed with the mediums. As I ponder and lose time, oh, I went with the softs. Smart choice. But I took too long to make that decision, and I feel like I've lost at least 5 seconds just trying to decide what tire to go with. And you would think I am replaying this clip from the first lap, but no, that is me actually messing up again in the same place. Not slowing down enough and hitting the barrier. And we seem to run into the wall at Cannon Forest. Not keeping it together. And as we come into the X now here, we keep together, but then right here we do a 180. Oh, and we fully turned it around. That was a bad crash. And finally we get going here. And as we come into the end of the lap, I seem to have just lost it a bit and dragged it along the wall and finally cracked my windshield. But there we go at the end of the 4th lap into the 5th lap, and they are 200 seconds ahead of me. Jesus. That's at least 3 whole minutes ahead of me. But here we are coming into this, and we saved it. Oh, almost flipped the car again. And somehow we've not done that and kept it together. Oh, hitting the wall like bumper cars again. Keep it together. Had to slow it all the way down and then get going again. And as we come to the end of 5th, I don't know if we're gonna be able to complete the last lap at this rate, the amount of crashes that we have had, and they are 215 seconds ahead of me, or 300 seconds for the #1 position. As we cross the line for the 6th lap, into the northern corner we go. We kept it pretty clean, or the northern turn I should say. And this area I have to remember moving forward that I stay off these high curves. And then we slow down for these S's here, and I touch the curb, and it somehow worked out in my favor. Let's see if we can make this corner look decent, and we have. We kept it together on the final lap. As we come into the Great Oaks and onto this fast uphill Quindle Bash High, which leads us into Airfield Flight Place, and that's where the Gran Turismo accident happened. And we made it by nice and clean. As we come around into Cottonborn at 230, we're coming down into the Swedish Cross. We slow down. Then into the Erm Mountain. I think I'm saying that wrong, but we keep it together. We are trying to get a clean lap to the end. So no accidents if we can, but knowing me, that's not gonna happen. As we come up to the Foxhall, and then into the Adua Forest. I know I'm saying that wrong as well. We're keeping it clean, yeah, off the curbs. Oh, just a little curb action. And then we are flat out heading into the Metzger field. Mesquez field, I think, right here. All right, it's nice clean corner as we come up to the Callan Forest where we went into the wall on the last lap. Nice and clean, perfect. And I always have to remember to go wide to set myself up for this corner here, which leads us into the three-way rights. And the winner has crossed the finish line with 3 minutes remaining to end this race. As we get into the Wild Forest clearing, we spin out. And we somehow kept it as a 360 and keep going. Even though I lost a couple seconds there for sure, we're still in the positive with 2 seconds. And then we get into the watermill and then head out to the Lauda left kink.
I'm not gonna get to finish the race.
Yeah, there's no way I'm finishing this race. And then into the Mine Mountain work. And we spin coming out of that corner into the wall with 2 minutes left to finish this race. Come on, keep it together. We can finish this race. Come on. I am being very optimistic with that one. There's no way I'm finishing this lap in 2 minutes. It is physically impossible. But let's see how far we get. All right. As we pass the little valley, and then we head into the Courage curve. Did pretty well, it seems like. Which brings us into the Convent Valley, which leads us into the steeply sloping section here with a minute left in the race, which brings us into the infamous carousel. How clean of a corner can I make it? Seems pretty clean. Let's keep it together. We kept it together in the carousel. And that brings us into the high lookout. Coming up right now. Which brings us into the Hedgewigs height. And do we make it to the Seesaw Man? Yes, we do. And as we get into Ashbrook, that's when the race is gonna end, after the Ashbrook, which sucks. We make it into the Little Well, oh, just barely. And we did not get to finish that race, which sucks. With 30 seconds behind the person in front of us, we don't even get to finish this race. But like I said, that person that started in front of us, they kept it together and made it to first place. Not even a podium finish, they won the race. Clearly the Mercedes has the potential to make it to a podium finish. I just need to be able to hold it together. If you like this content and want to see my progress in sim racing, hit that subscribe button and follow me in all the other social media networks like Instagram,
TikTok, and Facebook. Until next time, have a good day and thanks for watching. Take care.